Hi and welcome to this little tutorial about how to make a blog for your class to share their work with parents. The site we're using is called Blogger and it's blogger.com. Now, just an example so you can see the type of thing we're making. This is an example of a blog where my students were displaying their photo editing work. I've got a few different examples here. Here's another one. It's quite fun for students to use a blog to display their interactive or animation work. These ones are scratch games that my kids have made. You can also write in them. Okay, so to make a new blog, firstly, you will go to the blogger.com window and you probably won't have any blogs already showing up, so you'll just need to look for a button somewhere that says new blog. When you go new blog, you give it a title. Mine's called my blog. You can use a custom address. I imagine this one's taken, so I'll chuck in a bit more info because that's more likely that no one else has already chosen that website address. You can also choose a theme or a template from in here, and within these themes you can edit them again. So I've just picked a random one, create blog. It's doing it slowly, and now I'm back to my editing page. I can just check my blog out now and it will be kind of really empty and kind of boring. So this is where we get to add things. So I'm going to add a post to my blog. Come on, eventually, maybe. Okay, my first post. Here is some text. You can change the font. Oh, probably need to select it first. You can change the font, you can change the size, etc. You can add in a photo. I wonder if I have any handy. I didn't practice this. Choose files. Oh, images to file. There's bound to be something in there. Okay, there's a picture. Sorry about this. Uploading, add selected. Then, is it going to let me drag it? Yes, I can drag it positions on the page. You can also, if you select it, use these buttons down here to choose the size of it and to decide where you want the layout to be. I was hoping there might be a wrap text thing. I think that you'll need to play with it. I'm pretty sure you can wrap your text around it as well. Anyway, when you're happy with your little post, you go publish. And now when we go back to my blog and refresh it, we will see that little post I just made. The other thing that annoys me about this is it's really plain and boring, which is good for a grown-up website, but if it's for your class, they may want you to play with some color. So you can go down here and you can mess with the theme. So this is the original theme that I chose. Now I'm going to go customize and see what it's offering. It's giving me within this theme lots of variations I can play with. When I click on it, I see below a preview of what it's going to look like. So say I decide I like that one. Oh yeah, we can do that. Apply to blog, and then come on, do it. I think it's still thinking about it, taking its time. And let's, in the meantime, just check if it's been applied to the blog. Oh yes, it has been applied. So now my blog looks pretty. Users can come along, if this was a class, if I was setting a task here, this might be the instructions and I'd expect my students to comment on it. At the moment there's no comments, but if they were to click on here, then write a comment, they can choose whether they want to be anonymous is often an option, or whatever they're logged in as, and whatever they choose will show up on their comment, and then you go publish. Now there are settings just to protect you from random comments being published that you're not happy to have on your blog. You can go back to your home page. Where do I go? Back to Blogger. There are settings. So in here we were down on the theme, but if we went back to, I do believe, we'll try just plain settings. Oh, comments. Oh, actually, I'll show you what's in here first anyway. I can change the name of my blog by clicking on edit. I can change the description of it. I can change who can see it. I can change the address somewhere. This is if I wanted multiple people to be allowed to write to the blog. For an older class, you may want everyone to be able to write on the blog, in which case you could add them here. Posts and comments. This is what I'm looking for. Posts, oh, it's how many can display on a page. Who can comment? So you can decide who's allowed to comment. I'm going to just say anyone can comment. And comment moderation, the default is never, so any comment somebody makes will automatically be published. But I would say always moderate the comments and put in, if you are worried about what your site, your blog visitors might write. You'd put your email address in here, and then every time someone writes a comment on your blog, you'll get a message by email, and you can choose whether to accept it or not. I think that's, oh yes, word verification for the people writing a comment to the blog is kind of annoying, so I usually turn it off so they don't have to go through that every time they want to comment on the blog. There are lots of other things you can experiment with. It's lots of fun, but I think that's enough for one video. The end.